Hello, hello, hello. It's on and
Hello,
popping.
hello.
How
I
you
don't know
doing? How
whether
you
it's the
doing?
muskrat messing with stuff or what's going on. I'm like,
Uh,
what's up? What's up?
uh,
What's
all I know is we live.
up?
How
We
you
are
doing?
live. Hey,
No
hey,
doubt.
hey.
I'm just
How's
go
it
ahead and
going?
yeah, it's going great. I'm just gonna give you a quick introduction. You're looking and watching the GA for Justice with our community activist, the one and only Miss Georgia Allen, and she's already in the studio. She's already up and live. And once again, it's GA for Justice, and she has a special guest today. How you doing?
I am doing great. Absolutely. I'm fantastic. I'm so excited about today's show and about
Mm,
today's guest. I just have to make sure I have all my stuff together because of course going back and forth and doing so much in the community, sometimes I have some stuff one place and something else somewhere else. So look, I'm
right.
trying to get it together.
Get
All
on home.
right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon again. I am Georgia F. Allen with GA for Justice. And today is a very special day. We have a very special guest, Mr. Brother Kennick L. And we're going to be talking about the Moors. Okay. And I said MOOR, make an opportunity with our own resources, not somebody else, our resources. So most people who listen to me and know me know that I love to make acronyms out of letters and stuff. So, anyway, with that being said, today's topic again is MOOR, small s, make an opportunity with our resources. Ujamaa cooperative economics is our Kwanzaa principle for today to build and maintain our own stores, shops, and other businesses and to profit from them together. So, we're not in this alone, we are in this together. Our faith message is coming from Ecclesiastic 11 and 2. Invest in 7 ventures, yes, in 8. You do not know what disaster may come upon the land. So even scripture tell us that we should have investments. We should have the ability to transfer money from generation to generation. So that if one venture fails, we got another backup plan. So again, this is Georgia Allen, and yes, it's Thursday. It's around 12 o'clock noon. And as always, I want to thank the one, the only, Mr. Henderson Vaughn, aka Captain 85, aka the Dream Maker, on his one and only show, WVDM.
Yes.
Offered and opened up his airwaves to bring our listening audience a simple conversation, a conversation for information, a conversation for correction when necessary, as well as a conversation for transformation. And each and every week, we come to you here to talk to our listening audience. Now, of course, I need to do a disclaimer. As many of you know, I have worked in the civil rights arena and been a community activist for decades. Therefore, the various positions that I take are mine and mine alone. I do not speak on behalf of any groups or any organizations. I may make announcements of events that are coming up that may pertain to various groups and organizations, but I'm not speaking directly on any groups or organizations as we go forward. Now, our very special guest, and I'm so excited, so pleased to introduce you to Brother Kennick L. His name is LaKendrick Coburn, and he is a dedicated leader, an ordained minister of the divine ministry, and a national spokesperson of the Moorish Science Temple of America, where he champions spiritual enlightenment, civic responsibility, and cultural integrity. As a devout Muslim, Moslem, and true American citizen, Kennick L. has committed his life to uplifting communities through faith, education, and service. In recognition of his tireless advocacy and community outreach, Kennick L. received the Human Rights Award from the city of Virginia Beach, a testament to his unwavering dedication to justice and equality. He was also honored as Volunteer of the Year by Virginia Beach Public Schools in 2018 for his outstanding service and positive impact on youth and education. A lifelong learner and public safety advocate, Kennick L. is a proud 2023 graduate of the FBI Citizens Academy, where he deepened his understanding of law enforcement, community collaboration, and national security. We are sister and brother of the police of the FBI Citizen Academy. I'm a graduate of that as well. Beyond his public roles, Kennick L. is a devoted father, a guiding presence in his family, and a respected voice in interfaith and civic dialogues. His life stands as a model of principled leadership, grounded spirituality, and true American values. Welcome, Brother Kennick L.
Peace and love.
Hello,
Can y'all hear me?
hello, hello.
Hey, good morning.
Good
Well, good
morning.
afternoon. How y'all doing today? Peace and love, family.
Good morning. I'm so excited to have you here today. I see you out there on the farm. You're getting some work in this morning, and that's a good thing. And as we shared in your bio, you're a tireless advocate for the community. Share with us some of these different things that you are doing personally in community and also in collaboration perhaps with others that has spurred you on.
Yeah, well, first, I'd like to rise, give perfect praise to Allah, the author, creator, governor of the world, almighty, eternal, and incomprehensible. Extend honors to all the true and divine prophets, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Confucius. Honors to each and every one of you that can hear the sound of my voice. Honors to Georgia Allen. We appreciate you. Honors to Henderson Vaughn and just all that you guys are doing in the community. Thank you guys for having me. So as far as yeah, just some of the work in the community, I mean, I don't even know exactly where to start. It's hard. It starts with just kind of just serving the people. Kind of what got me into this line of life or this work was years ago seeing some injustice in my community. And instead of complaining about it and just, venting on Facebook or complaining about it in the barbershop, I chose to do some research. I chose to start studying and practicing some changes in my life. So that led to me learning about the Moors and our nationality and our history, about who we are as the so-called Black people in America, or the so-called Negro, or so-called colored man, or so-called African American, whatever term fits your comprehension. Either way, they're all so-called, to my understanding. But that was one thing, and then just understanding government. We as a, I started just getting involved, going to city council, starting to do research to find out which district I was in, how did the legislations they passed, how they impact my life, and just really just more accountability. So right now I'm really into agriculture. I think that's a very, very important thing, because there's a shortage in food supply, and just watching how so many Americans are suffering with health issues that we can counter with just some discipline and some diet changes. So I'm an advocate for uplifting for all of humanity and serving us as humanity. Not trying to argue or debate with nobody or get into the drama. I just want to get to the work.
I understand. That's one of my things. I find that what I have been running into is people who just don't want to roll up their sleeves. They have a tendency to join groups and organizations, but then once they get in there, instead of doing the work, they're constantly asking someone else, well, how do you do this? And how do you do that? And I don't understand this. And I've been sitting here for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, and I still don't understand. Well, what have you read? And that's what I'm finding.
Right.
People don't read. And if you're not reading, how are you going to get the knowledge, get the understanding, and be able to transform anything? You can't even transform a piece of paper and put writings on it that brings knowledge to someone else. I mean, and it's just almost infuriating to hear grown folks who want to say, well, I don't understand. But you've been doing what for how long? But I don't understand. And so, so the fact that you are saying that, hey, when I was concerned about something, I decided to do my own research and educate myself. And so for that, I want to commend you, young man, because I find that there's a lot of people, they don't want to educate themselves. They want somebody else to do the work, and then they want to take the credit. And that's
Yes, ma'am.
disheartening, to say the least.
It is. Can I add one thought? You just sparked a thought.
Go
Something
ahead.
else that was very profound for me personally, and it came through the research and the studying. I was able to get rid of the victim mentality and recognize my place as the original man and my role. Once I began to hold myself accountable, I couldn't complain about anything. I couldn't do anything but just do the work. So when I hear a lot of our people still complaining about what's going on, complaining, being the victim around their circumstances, I think it's a matter of us, you've yet to be accountable. Because when you're accountable and responsible for your whole life circumstances, regardless of who did it or who you thought might have contributed, then you could really grow as a man, as a woman, as an adult, and begin to fix the situation we're in. So I just think that's a huge part of growth and development, is just be accountable, whatever it is. That's what I did. And I changed my diet. I got my health intact, inside and out, exercise, eat right, drink right. Next thing I know, my whole life began to improve because I was functioning with a higher consciousness.
And that's fantastic. And I'm sure that you found that you retain more knowledge when you have a higher consciousness, when your system is clean. Because if your mind is messed up, the rest of you gets messed up real quickly.
Amen.
Okay. Tell us about some of the things that you've actually done in community that has been impactful, and areas within our local city or even outside of the city that you have found that you've had an impact on.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I can start with just the local efforts. Going back to what, I was recognized in Virginia Beach Public Schools, 7 years ago, from the mentoring program. Many people were familiar with the Men of Distinction mentoring program. We did that for like 9 school years. We found that to be very impactful. And that was just a group of us men, again, tired of seeing what was going on to our children and our communities. And we just banded together and we said, hey, man, let's go volunteer. Let's just show up. And we were really amazed of what 2 hours of consistent dedication to the children did. So that's the first thing I would say is, if you really want to fix the future, focus on the babies. So that was one thing I did, and focus on them, and not just your own, because I have my own children,
right?
But my children are growing up with peers. And in raising my children, I learned and realized, and many of us are familiar, that many grow up without a father figure. So if you're a positive person, positive man, role model, then we need you to not only tend to your babies, but help the children in the communities. So those are 2 philosophies and strategies that I took. And then kind of reiterating the point, which is the only way for me to lead others was for me to be the example. So instead of talking to people and telling them, hey, you need to eat better, you need to do this, you need to do that, I just did it. So those are a few things that I would say was a great starting point for me, to kind of get active in the community. And initially I was focusing on my people, the so-called Black people, because I got race pride. I believe our conditions can improve. I love us. Right. I want to focus on us. And then as I grew in consciousness and realized that, hey, everybody came from us. We everybody, mama and daddy. So now I got to function as a parent of society and civilization. And I'm not limiting my thoughts or my actions to so-called Black people or so-called white people. I've broadened my perspective to humanity. It's a lot more inclusive. It brings everybody to the table. And if you don't have a heart for humanity, then we don't need to be at the table anyway, because that's not the type of people I'm trying to work with. So I just found that these shifts with myself, with my health, my accountability, it changed how I looked at the world. So now when I see something that I think, oh, it's negative, this person is doing this or that and the third. They're probably just a little ignorant and naive. And if I have the knowledge, then I'm going to go out and teach them. So that was the next step for me, was after, I guess, focusing on my health, focusing on the babies. Then it was just about serving my local community. So volunteering in the schools. When we did that, we went to different organizations, many organizations I did not like. People saw me working with the police during a time where it was common to turn on the TV and see police killing one of us or shooting us. It was just a common thing, whether we, whatever. But I felt that the best way for me to work through that was to go directly to them. So that's something else I think is important. If you have an adversary that you can approach in a peaceful dialogue and try to get the understanding as to what could be the conflict, because we're all humans at the end of the day, regardless of where you work. Hold on. I got a jet flying over me.
Well, we can still hear you just fine. Believe it or not. Yeah, we can still hear you fine.
Honor to the military. We love y'all.
Right. Okay. Okay. Let me ask you this. Do you still maintain connections to some of those young people? Can you hear me?
Hold on.
Okay.
All right, I hear you now. Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. Do you still maintain some of those relationships with some of the young people that you work with in the schools?
Yes, I do. And it is amazing. And I'm going to share this to all mentors and volunteers. The impact of your work might not be felt, or you may not see the impact of your work until 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now. So it's very important to have delayed gratification. If you were looking for any type of gratification.
What is it? Born in the USA, right? Got all those jets flying over.
Y'all know where I'm at. We're in the beach, man,
Yep, and we got plenty of F-14s, F-15s, and all that good stuff.
All day. They just be all day. But yes, I maintain communication. I see them in the community. I ran into one of them at my daughter's graduation because they were the same age group as my daughter. So when my twin daughters graduated from Bayside High School, I saw some of the young boys graduating. And I was like, oh man, that's such and such, man. That's the dude. I remember him from 4th and 5th grade. So I maintain rapport, but I'm just happy they're growing up. They speak to me. We speak when we see each other. But my objective was to instill in them the importance of service. And like I told them when we were mentoring, if y'all really want to look out for me, y'all make sure y'all do the same thing when y'all get older.
Absolutely.
That's the best thing you can do. Just give back, man. Help somebody younger than you. And maintain that rapport and that communication to your point. So yeah, I do, and it's a tremendous benefit.
Okay. You just mentioned about working with the police officers, and some people feel a little awkward or don't feel like they should work with police officers. Now, Virginia Beach just created recently an independent citizens review board. Have you attended any of those meetings, and have you learned anything from those if you have?
I have not, but I definitely will.
Okay.
I just recently relocated back here from Chicago. So I've been in Chicago the last 2.5, 3 years, and tending to my youngest 2 children, and they're situated. So now I'm back. So I do intend on attending all that stuff that I know you're gonna put me on with because you plugged in. So you and Henderson Bond.
You're busy now. We'll find something for you to do.
That's what we need. And I encourage everybody, if you can hear my voice, please, and I say this, no flattery, but if Georgia Allen or Henderson Bond hit you up and invite you to an event, just show up.
All right.
Just show up.
Thank you for the plug.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm telling you, I am somewhat concerned about the members that are currently on the Independence, the ICRB, because I think we might need some people that have a little a little more knowledge and more ideas about how to look into and investigate these situations that are brought before them. And with that being said, someone who's gone to the FBI Citizen Academy and spent a lot of time and continue to work with the public safety group, that might be an area that we could see if there's a spot open in District 4, because I think you and I both live in the same district, and see if we can't get you on that. We want to take a look at and find out when the next when the person's time runs out, because I think they serve for about 4 years, and so every 4 years they can ultimately be either reappointed or they can be replaced. And so we want to take a look at that, because we definitely need a strong voice in these various areas, because that's one of the things that I think has been gravely missing in Virginia Beach. And so hopefully we'll begin to build a group of people from various backgrounds and all that we can then be able to position them on boards and commissions and committees, and have that voice that is so desperately needed. Now, I'm going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back to you and talk about the farming and how important that is for getting good food into the community, and what that looks like. So we're going to do a moment for some announcements, acknowledgments, commemoration. First and foremost, I want to announce that the Virginia Beach NAACP will be having on Saturday a fashion show. It is called In Vogue Fashion Show, August the 9th from 3 to 6 p.m. We're accepting donations of only $35. It's going to be held at Poolside Cafe, 3877 Holland Road. Now, the nice part about this particular fashion show, there will be refreshments, so you won't go home starving. You'll be able to come to the fashion show, and I'm going to try to put the photo up so that everybody that's looking can see it. It has a QR code. If you get close to your screen and everything. And so we want to let people know that we do have this coming up on Saturday, August the 9th. We'd love for you to come out and join us. Again, the donation is only $35. It's the way that we raise funds to be able to get out in the community and do the work of civil rights. Also, and commemoration, August the 1st, 1964, Arthur Ashe became the first Black man on the Davis Cup tennis team. First in 1964. Yeah. Wow. Then there's a young lady by the name of Simone Manuel. She was born on August the 2nd, 1966. She became a winner of 2 gold and 2 silver medals for swimming. And they say we can't swim. And she was at the Rio Olympics in 2016. Also on August the 2nd, Michael Ealy and Isaiah Washington celebrated their birthdays. Oh, thank you for Simone's picture. Yes, Simone. 4 medals, 2 golds and 2 silvers. So that's a good swimmer. Okay. And August the 4th, what was that? I think that was Monday. President Obama celebrated his birthday, August the 4th. But guess who else celebrated their birthdays? Hi, President Obama. August the 4th. Louis Armstrong. Louis Armstrong was also born on August the 4th. And yay! Used to love listening to Louis Armstrong. And then Meghan Markle also was born on August 4th. So we have some super people all born on August the 4th. Then on August the 6th in 1965, Lyndon B. Johnson, along with Dr. King standing at his side, signed the Voting Rights Act. Yay! Great photo. Voting Rights Act of 1965. And guess what? It is now 60 years since the VRA of 1965 was signed. And what else is happening? We're fighting for our rights because of the dilution of the votes, because of all these different laws that are putting in place to disenfranchise us as citizens and deny us our votes, deny us our districts. I'm sure many of you have seen what is going on in Texas, that while the population of African American, Asians, and Latino American has grown, Texas want to reduce the number of districts that they have. That is absolutely, totally uncalled for. And then on top of that, they're trying to redistrict in between the decennial redistricting. We're supposed to redistrict every 10 years, and they are trying to redistrict right now in the state of Texas. So we want to keep our eye on that, because what happens there can impact us all over the country. And then on August the 10th, which is in a few days, Shirley Chisholm became the first Black woman elected to the U.S. Congress, and that was August the 10th, 1970. And 1970 was the year before I graduated from high school. So, also, we have a referendum on the ballot this year. It is a vote yes on 10-1 referendum. We're asking everybody to vote yes. Early voting starts on September the 19th. You want to get your information early, talk to your friends, your relatives, and make sure they're aware. But election day is November the 4th, but early voting starts on September the 19th. There will be forums and events and listening sessions and conversations around the city of Virginia Beach, so that if you're not familiar with 10-1, that will give you an opportunity to get the information. Also, we want to announce Parks After Dark. I do not know how many people are taking advantage of some of these resources and some of the events that are available. But Parks After Dark is an excellent program during the summer for our young people. It is on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays from 6 to 10 p.m. The location is Williams Farm Park, which is at 5269 Learning Circle, College Park Elementary School at 1110 Bennington Road, and Rosemont Elementary School at 1257 Rosemont Road in Virginia Beach. And this program continues until August the 23rd, and that's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. The nice part about this is the first 400 people will get a free meal, and you can choose your free meal. There will be food trucks there, and you'll be able to go and tell the ticket taker what meal you prefer. So it could be hot dogs, it could be a vegan meal. There are different meals that they have, and they feed you and they feed your children. So I do want to encourage people, take advantage of some of these resources, because there's no need for civil rights communities and others to fight for resources if the people don't take advantage of them. The other thing about going to the Parks After Dark, it's an excellent time to build friendships and relationships. And I think if we do that more, we will find that some of this unreadiness, some of these things that are taking place in community may diminish, because relationships.
I saw the bulb on that one. You got a little nervous.
Relationships.
I know, that's why I want you to cut it.
So with that, we're gonna get back to Brother KENICK L. So, you found the fashion show. All right. Okay, one more time. Let me announce NAACP Virginia Beach In Vogue Fashion Show. If you don't have your ticket, look on, click on that QR code, scan it, and of course, we are on now, and we will be on later. Okay, you'll be able to watch us now, or you can go back in and watch us later on YouTube and other social media. So with that being said, please come and join us on Saturday for our In Vogue fashion show. It's gonna be a blast. All right, so we're back. So tell us about the farm. Tell us about the farm.
Oh
We're
man.
excited about the farm.
So shout out to Hazel's Harvest. That is the farm. We are here in
Hazel
Virginia
Harvest.
Beach. Hazel's Harvest.
Hazel's
So,
Harvest.
yep. Essentially, it's a great initiative. You see the ladies out here. That's our boss lady right here.
Okay.
See the boss lady.
Now,
The
what
volunteers out here, but so
what
the
part
importance of it.
What part of SeaTac is it in, or that area? Tell us a little bit about the area,
I'm gonna let her talk. You want to talk real quick? Where's it at?
We are in the historic SeaTac district down
All
here
right.
near Oceana.
Okay. Are you down Bird Neck Road, close to the base?
We are exactly on Bird Neck Road. Yes, ma'am.
On Bird Neck Road. Are you closer to the base, or are you closer to the boulevard?
To the boulevard.
You're closer to the boulevard. So not far from the churches that are around in that area.
That's right.
Okay. Well, we need to find out where you are. We need to get people there. Do you sell your vegetables and fruits and vegetables? How does that work? Because we want to let people know.
We do this thing. They're called CSA boxes, where essentially it's community supported agriculture.
Okay.
So every week we pull the harvest and we drop them off at different locations. We actually have a market today at Desmond's. You're familiar with Desmond's?
Yeah. Okay.
Huh?
Are you going to Desmond right there in Berkeley, or are you going to Desmond's spot right there on Glen Rock Road?
It's Desmond's. It's a vegan spot, but it is on Rion Drive. It's in Virginia Beach.
Okay.
So every Thursday we have a pop-up there where we pull from the farm and the harvest, we take it up there and we offer it to the public. Now, I would say this. I've done a lot of things in my lifetime, and this is probably one of the most important. Okay. Because so many people believe that food comes from the stores and don't understand the process to get the food to the stores. Okay. And there's currently a food supply issue in the world. The food supply chain is suffering primarily because my belief, people just don't understand the importance of farming and agriculture. But when you get out here, you do it. Not only is it very therapeutic, very liberating, very empowering. Mm-hmm. You're growing the food you eat. So right now, and I'm gonna just show you briefly, because it's important to see this is real life. We're making opportunities in our community.
Because I grew up working on the farm, so I'm excited. So tell me about what you're picking there. Is that cucumbers?
No, that's cantaloupes.
So you got cantaloupes, and what else?
Cantaloupe,
watermelons,
peppers. Y'all like peppers? Anybody eat peppers?
Green, yellow, blue. What color?
Green peppers, red peppers, jalapeno peppers,
and
tomatoes.
Okay.
Figs. We got a lot of figs that need to be harvested.
Figs.
We got eggplants. I mean, almost anything you can think of that we can eat, we can grow. And once you get into it and you learn about the district, you learn about the zone, you understand the nature, it's fun. I think this is something that more people should be getting involved with. We are encouraging and asking our people to come help us out. I mean, if I show you guys this fig tree and all these figs are ready to be harvested. Okay. Literally. I mean, just let me show you. I'm gonna walk right over here. So when you ask, what's the importance of it? Simple. If I'm hungry, I can just come over here. Oh, wow, look at all these figs. Y'all see this? Yeah. So I'm gonna get this one right here. Okay.
And they're perfect.
Perfect. Oh my God.
Yeah, we used to have figs when I was growing up. So I'm familiar with figs and okra growing up. And we did farming when I was growing up. So I I agree with you 1,000%. 1,000%.
Yep. So yeah, it's I never thought that I would be into it in the level that I've become, but from my years of working in retail, managing grocery stores, and just serving, I've concluded that the biggest need for us as a people is to improve our health. We got to combat obesity. We got to improve our health, our cellular health. We have to improve that. And all that's going to be done through simple concepts, simple work, diet and exercise.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. This is
that's my,
fantastic.
yes,
For our
ma'am. Thank
listening
you.
audience, let me tell you who we have with us today. We have with us Brother Kenick L, and he's at Hazel's Harvest down in the SeaTac area of Virginia Beach. They grow all types of vegetables and fruit, and they have boxes that they deliver to different markets so that families and others can get fresh vegetables and fresh fruit directly from the earth and not from being transported all the way from the West Coast all the way to the East Coast. So you can get them fresh from the farm to the table, from the farm to the table. So that is fantastic.
That's right.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you, I'm enjoying this because I'm going to tell you, when I grew up, I picked white potatoes, sweet potatoes, cucumbers, string beans, butter beans, and I'm trying to think what else did we harvest. I hated to harvest tomatoes because they had the biggest worms you ever did want to see. So that was not my favorite thing to do. But okra, I did not mind picking okra. Okra was good. And I love eating okra. So do y'all grow okra? I see that's an eggplant there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not on this one, but one of our partners that we collaborate with, they are growing some red okra.
Okay.
So tonight, if you come by Desmond's, we'll be there tonight every Thursday between 5 p.m. Supposed to be till 7, but last week we're there till 8 p.m. But I know we are expected to have some of our, I think the yellow watermelons that are being harvested are going to be there tonight. We're out here harvesting now. So we'll be out here all day until it's time to go out there. We'll be back out here tomorrow. So if you want to come and shop, come shop with us. If you want to spend some time in nature and learn that process and volunteer, we'd love to have you. It's a win-win. And guess what? If you volunteer to help, you can leave with some fruits and vegetables.
All right.
You know? Can we pay you in watermelons?
All right. Well, what I see is an opportunity for our young people to come and work on the farm, but we want to probably call it something else, veggie gathering. With young people, you got to have a little name that pops because then it makes. Do you have something you want to share, Henderson? We can't hear you. You're on mute.
I'm sorry. I keep forgetting. I get to.
That's okay.
That's okay. Well, I mean, it's a great idea for young people. I was thinking about that myself, doing, because we before my wife died, they have like 7 acres of farmland down in Gates County, and that's what I was going to try to talk to them about at one point. But with everything happening so quickly, something had to be put on the back burner. But it gives the kids the opportunity, because when we stayed in Portsmouth off of Portsmouth Boulevard, which used to be Gosport Road, but over by the Naval Exchange, we had about 1.5 acres of farmland that my dad was out of work for 7 years. That's what we ate off.
There you go. There you go. Self-contained, self-sustained. Okay. You got your own, and that makes all the difference in the world. And I'm so excited to have you here with me today so that we can, let people know what is going on in our city, but also allowing them the opportunity to gain information of where they can be of service, where they can participate. Because a lot of times people think, well, I can't do that. Well, you don't know until you try. And if I could pick on if I could go on the farm and I could do farming probably from the time I was 2 years old, because back then in the 1950s, as soon as you could walk, you could stand, even if you didn't gather a lot, you could pick a tomato and drop it in the bucket, where your parent was, or you can pick a cucumber and you could drop it in the basket. And so you were able to do that even at a very young age. So farming, you can really do that at a very, very young age, and it teaches you discipline, and actually it's healthy for you because you're working outdoors and you're getting fresh air and you're building your muscle and your strength. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we're coming up to the close of the show. So you got some final words that you want to share with us that we can take back to the community and share in this video online?
Yeah, my final words would be kind of reiterating what I said earlier. Again, honest to you all for what you're doing. If y'all can hear me, if Georgia or if Henderson Vaughn asks you to come somewhere, show up. That's my number one ask, because that's the only reason why I'm here. And since I've been getting involved and active in the community, they have been pillars. They have been leading the way. Every opportunity that I have to attend anything that they have going on, I just show up, and it's been a consistent. So I just really appreciate you guys for being great role models for us. And if you are interested in getting involved, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to them. And my number one thing I would ask everybody to do is please, please, please focus on your health. Your spiritual health, your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health, your financial health. Focus on your health. And let's stop arguing as a people. Let's learn to love instead of hate. Let's identify what we share in common and work together. We all have the same goals. Cooperative economics is the mission here. And we can create opportunities if we can just be industrious, be positive, and be healthy. So I thank you all. I love y'all, and I yield the floor.
We love you too. And thank you so much for joining us today, because I think this was one of my most educational pieces that I've been doing since I've been doing the radio show, because we've kind of boxed ourselves in and we forgot about the earth and what the earth brings forth. And this is an excellent, excellent show to share far and wide. So after the show, please click on the link and share it with family and friends. Share it all over CTAC. Let them know that we're promoting the work that's being done. And again, this is called Hazel's Harvest, and they do CSA boxes. Hi there. And farming is really not that difficult. People think of it, oh my God, it's so hard. But it's really not that difficult. Once you get into it, you'll be surprised at how refreshing it is to be out there on the land and put your hands, roll up your sleeves and do some work, because sometimes we forget that the work gets done once we roll up our sleeves and get down into the dirt and get work done. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining us today. Again, today was about the Moors. And as I always say, I love acronyms. So I said, make an opportunity, which is exactly what he's doing with our resources. And our resources is the land. Our resources is the vegetables that you're growing, our resources. So we have resources. We just need to make sure that we make future opportunities for others by doing the opportunities that we have upon us today. So thank you so much, and we will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Well, once again, another great show. I want to thank you once again, Georgia Allen, as being a community activist, but most of all, being able to host a show of this nature. We have voices. We have to use our voices in order to reach different cultures, different entities, so that we get an understanding that it's not about me. It's about all of us coming together. The Bible say, or the gospel song that we grew up and sing in church, if I be lifted up, I'll draw all men unto thee. Meaning that you're bringing
other people along.
Right.
You're not going alone.
Right.
Okay. And that's so important. But I
Yeah.
do have one quick announcement before
Sure.
we
Go ahead.
go.
Your time.
And that is next Thursday at 12 noon. I will be doing the show on location.
Oh,
And
okay.
it will be an opportunity for us to talk about the 10-1 referendum. And we're going to have what we call a listening session and conversation within the community. So we will be putting more information out. The location is going to be Episcopal Good Samaritan Episcopal Church, which is right off of Baker Road
Oh, okay.
in Virginia Beach. You'll be able to see it from the highway, but you got to turn down this little side road to get into the parking lot. But
Right.
we want to invite you to come out, because if you don't know, how are you going to know unless you get into the community and gain access to information? And that's what we're here for. We're here to educate, inform, and we want to collaborate. We want to collaborate to make our community better. So with that being said, I am Georgia F. Allen with GA for Justice. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Again, we're going to be going live on location next week. So thank you so
Right.
much, Henderson, for
All
all the
right.
work that you do in our community, all the work that you do to help us get our messages out. And once again, thank you, Brother L. Thank you so much for joining us today. And everybody have a great, great weekend.
All right. Once again, another great show from community activist Georgia Allen for GA for Justice. And want to thank y'all for tuning in. And don't forget to share the video and let people understand that we do better together. We do better together. To next Thursday from 12 until, this has been GA for Justice with Georgia Allen and guests. Until next time, we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.